My beloved child, have you ever paused to reflect on what you have done recently? You have made a grave mistake. I see and understand everything that is happening within you. Every step you take, every thought in your mind, and all the emotions you are hiding. I know that lately there have been moments when doubt has crept into your heart, when questions have relentlessly surrounded your soul, making you feel lost. You have not fully understood or trusted what I have said, and perhaps in your heart you are feeling uncertain, unsure of the path you are walking. I know that you have been skeptical, but now is the time for you to face the important truths that I want you to understand. The words I am about to speak cannot wait any longer. They are life-giving directions, a preparation for the new journey you are about to embark upon. I want you to know that every message, every teaching, has its own reason and purpose. Although you may not see its effect immediately, in time when you look back, you will understand that everything I have conveyed has profound meaning. Listen carefully and do not be quick to judge, for you may miss important signs if you do not pay attention. That is why I must speak to you now, at this moment. For there are things you need to recognize clearly, and if you do not understand or overlook them, they will deeply affect your future and your spiritual life. I ask you to listen not only with your ears, but with your heart. For sometimes the words I want you to hear are not loud spoken, but whispered softly within your soul. These whispers will show you the way, and if you listen, you will see each step clearly. Now I will speak about your mistake, but not to rebuke or punish it, but to help you recognize it and move beyond it. My beloved, have you ever stopped to truly look at what you have done, what you have allowed your heart to become? Do you realize that sometimes it is pride and bitterness that have made your heart hard and closed off? I see these things. I feel the cracks in your soul. You have built a thick wall, separating yourself from the peace I have prepared for you. And this, my beloved, is your choice, even though you may not fully realize it. But I know that deep within your heart, there is something unresolved. Something is growing in the darkness of your soul, like an invisible poisonous weed slowly taking over. It is the pain you have never truly confronted, the unforgiven resentment. It all began when you allowed unforgiveness to settle in your heart, when you let negative emotions, such as anger, betrayal, or the pain of the past, take root in your heart. They began to sprout the seeds of darkness. Every seed of anger you nurture, every memory that remains unhealed, turns into a dark cloud that blocks the light of love and peace that I wish to give you. You do not realize that these unforgiven feelings have created an invisible wall separating you from me and blocking the blessings I always long to bestow upon you. My beloved, I know that there are times when the pain you face is so great that it feels as though you cannot continue. But it is in these very moments that I have called to you. I have called you to forgive, so that you no longer have to carry resentment in your heart. I have taught you that when you forgive, you free yourself from the chains of negative emotions. Forgiveness is not about making others feel better. Forgiveness is for you so that your heart may be liberated from the burden, so that you do not have to live in suffering forever. Yet, you have not done so. Instead of letting forgiveness come and heal you, you have clung to anger, to old wounds, allowing them to continue hurting you from within. You have let that pain rule your heart. It has eaten away at you bit by bit, deep inside, until you no longer have the strength to love, no longer have the strength to open your heart to the goodness in life. You have let the anger burn within you, like a flame that flares up whenever you think of those who have hurt you. But do you know, my beloved, that when you hold on to that anger, you are the one who suffers the most. The pain you carry within will not cause others to suffer, but it will torment you, preventing you from living in the freedom and peace that I desire for you. Remember, my beloved, those who have hurt you. Do you still remember the betrayal you endured? Do you still feel the pain of that loss in your heart? You have carried those pains for a long time, holding them tight in your heart, without being able to let go. And in holding them, they have become a part of you, pressing against your heart, preventing you from feeling my love. These pains, when left unhealed, only turn you into the darkness of your own self. I do not want you to live like that. I do not want you to be imprisoned by old wounds, forever unable to walk the path of freedom and love that I have set before you. My beloved, I do not want to reproach you. I only want you to understand that forgiveness is a key to opening the door to freedom and peace. You have not obeyed, and it is this disobedience that has separated you from me. But I do not blame you, for I know that forgiveness is not easy for you, that letting go of the pain is not easy. But it is for this reason that I remind you, so you may realize that forgiveness is an act of freedom, a gift that you can give to yourself. When you forgive, you not only soothe the pain within your heart, but you also open a wide space for my love to flow into you. My beloved, do you not see that pain only remains when you allow it to exist in your heart? And if you refuse to let it go, you will not be able to see the peace and happiness that I have promised you. That pain, if you do not forgive, will always be present, like a shadow that overtakes, overshadowing all the joy and hope in your life. But when you forgive, even if there is no acknowledgement from those who have hurt you, you will find liberation. You will realize that forgiveness is not for the other's remorse, but for your own freedom from that unnecessary burden. My beloved, do not let stubbornness and bitterness dominate your heart for even one more day. Let these emotions go, so that forgiveness may cleanse your heart and bring you closer to me. Let your wounds be healed, so that your heart is no longer burdened. You may not forget, but you can choose to forgive, so that you no longer have to endure suffering. I have always been here, ready to welcome you into my loving arms, ready to teach you how to let go and forgive. Do not let pride and pain hinder you. Step out of the darkness of your own self, my beloved, and let the light of forgiveness illuminate the path before you. Perhaps you have never truly thought about the immense impact that unforgiveness can have in your life. Forgiveness is something you must do, not because I need forgiveness from you, but because you need it in order to be free, so that your heart is no longer imprisoned by anger and resentment. When you refuse to forgive, you are not only refusing others, but you are also building for yourself an invisible prison, a prison that you yourself construct, that you lock tightly, and only you can open it. That prison is not where I want you to stay, not because I want you to suffer, but because you have chosen to close your heart, building walls that separate you from freedom, from peace, and from my love. Every time you let anger and pain dominate your heart, you lock yourself in the dark room of suffering, and in that room, I cannot enter. I cannot give you healing if you do not allow me to come near. It is unforgiveness that creates a strong wall, a barrier that separates you from all the blessings I wish to give you. Do you know that when you hold anger or resentment in your heart, you are opening the door for bitterness to enter? This bitterness is not just a fleeting emotion. It is a weed that slowly grows in your soul, polluting every thought and feeling. Darkness gradually takes over the space in your heart, and at that moment, even when I am near, you feel a great distance between us. The light of my love in you fades, and you begin to feel alone, lost, unable to sense my presence as before. You think you are protecting yourself from harm, but in reality, you are slowly losing the ability to feel the peace and love I always have for you. My dear, do not let this anger become a part of you that cannot be removed. Do not allow this pain and resentment to overpower you, making you blind to the good things I have prepared for you. You must understand that unforgiveness is not just a personal issue, but a spiritual one. It affects everything in your life, especially your relationship with me. When you do not forgive, you not only hurt those who have caused you pain, but you are also creating a distance between yourself and me, between you and the blessings I long to give you. I cannot bless what I cannot touch, and I cannot touch what you have closed off, locked away in your heart. Have you ever wondered why you cannot feel peace in difficult times? Why, even though I am always near, you still feel distant? It is because you have allowed unforgiveness to block our relationship. When you let anger and bitterness take over your soul, you create a barrier that prevents me from getting close, from healing you. Forgiveness is not a gift you give to others. Forgiveness is the gift you give to yourself. It is not just so others can feel better, but so you can live in freedom and peace. When you let go of anger, you will feel the healing I long to give you, and your heart will open so that I can enter and renew every part of you. I understand that sometimes you feel it is very hard to forgive. You feel the hurt is too great and the pain too deep. But remember, forgiveness is not agreeing with the wrongs others have done. Forgiveness is not forgetting what has happened. Forgiveness is the choice not to let the past control your future, not to let the pain of yesterday steal the joy and peace of today. Forgiveness is the way to free yourself from the heavy burden in your heart, so you can live in the freedom and happiness I have set aside for you. My dear child, when you forgive, it is not only the other person who is set free, but you too are set free. You are freed from resentment, from the anger weighing heavy in your heart. You will feel peace, freedom, and happiness that you truly deserve. And when you forgive, you also open space for my love to flow into your life. For I can heal every wound and help you see the freshness in life. No matter your circumstance, I will never abandon you, but you must open the door for me to enter. You must allow me to come near. My dear, do not let anger and resentment keep you trapped in the darkness. Let it go, so your heart may return to the light of love. I will always be ready to help you walk through these challenges. Trust that if you open your heart and forgive, you will feel the strength and healing that only I can give you. In doing so, not only will your relationship with me be restored, but you will also find a peace that surpasses all difficulties, a peace that the world cannot understand. My dear, I know there is a constant debate within your heart. You ask yourself, how can I forgive what they have done? I understand the deep pain you carry, and I do not judge you for your emotions. You have experienced betrayal, hurt, and you may feel as though you are at a crossroads, unsure of which way to go. I see you, I understand you, and I want you to know that even though what you have gone through is very difficult, forgiveness does not mean accepting or ignoring the wrong that others have done. Forgiveness does not mean allowing them to continue in their wrongdoing or considering their actions as right. Forgiveness is simply your choice to release the power that pain, anger, and unforgiveness hold over your life. Imagine, my dear, that you are holding a sharp stone in your hand, and every day you embrace it, hurting from the pain it brings. You let your anger and resentment flow day after day, gripping the pain as if it were a weapon, a way of protecting yourself. But that stone, even though you hold it, does not protect you. It only hurts you. You cannot hold something like that without feeling pain. You cannot cling to anger and resentment without feeling yourself drifting further from peace and joy in life. You think that holding on to bitterness will protect your heart, but it is a heavy stone pulling you down, preventing you from soaring high and enjoying the blessings I am ready to give you. I understand that you are suffering. I know that the wounds in your heart are deep and hard to heal. But my dear, you cannot allow these wounds to continue to control your life. When you refuse to forgive, you are handing control of your life to those who have hurt you. You are letting their actions dictate your mood, your actions, and even your future. I do not want you to let betrayal or pain become chains that bind you forever. Remember, even if someone has hurt you, no matter how you feel about them, you are the one who decides your life. No one has the right to control your heart except you, and forgiveness is the way for you to take back that control. My beloved, think of this: the betrayal you have experienced, the wounds you carry in your heart. If you do not let them go, they will continue to haunt you, control how you perceive everything around you, and prevent you from seeing the blessings I have prepared for you. These blessings are still waiting for you. They have not disappeared, but you will not be able to recognize them as long as you allow the past to cloud your vision. Forgiveness is the way to release yourself from the darkness of anger, from the negative emotions that occupy your soul. Forgiveness is the way to cleanse your heart so that you can fully receive my light and love. My dear, forgiveness is not easy. I do not want to tell you that everything will become easy right after you decide to forgive, but I want you to understand that forgiveness will help you escape the prison of pain. It will open a new door where you can step into peace, where you can feel the love I have always had for you. You do not forgive because they deserve it. You forgive because you deserve freedom and peace. Forgiveness is a gift you give to yourself so that you no longer have to live in the darkness of resentment, but can walk in the light of love and hope. My dear, when you decide to forgive, you are not only opening your heart to others, but you are also creating space in your soul for me to enter and bring healing. Forgiveness is your choice, and it is a choice that will change your life forever. You do not need to go through life in anger. You do not need to let the past control your present and future. Forgiveness will free you from all the burdens you have carried for so long, and when you do this, you will feel the peace that I promised to always be with you. When this moment comes, I want you to realize that it is time to let go of all the anger, old wounds, and the pain that has clung to your heart for such a long time. You have carried them like heavy burdens, like unhealed cuts, but I want you to understand that healing can only come when you dare to let them go, when you are ready to lay down the negative emotions that have bound you all this time. You cannot continue living in anger, in unnecessary suffering, for you were not born to carry these burdens. You were born to live in freedom, in peace, in the endless love that I have given you. I am the God of healing, my dear, and there is nothing too late for me to change. Do not think that the wounds in your soul are impossible to heal, or that you have been hurt so much that you cannot feel love anymore. No, I am the one with the power to mend broken hearts, to soothe the deep pains you have had to bear. I have seen you cry. I have heard your lamentations. I know the trials and wounds you have endured, but now is the time for you to step out of the darkness of those pains. to open your heart to receive the peace that I want to give you. You must understand that healing does not come from holding on to anger. When you do not forgive, you not only keep others in a spiritual prison, but you also imprison yourself in that same prison. You are nurturing a silence filled with hatred, and in doing so, you cause yourself even more pain and drain your life force. But my dear, when you choose to forgive, no matter how difficult it may be, you will feel a miraculous change within yourself. You will feel the burden you have carried for so long being lifted, not because the circumstances have changed, but because your heart has been opened, ready to receive healing from me. Remember, you were created to live in freedom and peace. Forgiveness is not just a simple act, but a choice you need to make every day. Each time you decide to forgive, you are opening your heart to receive the boundless love I have for you. My love has no limits, and when you enter into that love, your heart will be healed. Your soul will be restored. You will feel profound peace in every breath, in every step you take. I will replace the tension, the hurt, and the resentment with a deep joy that you have never known. This is the peace the world cannot give, the peace that only I can bring to you. You are not alone, beloved. I am always here, ready to help you in every step you take. I will not let you fight alone. When you feel weak, when you feel like you cannot forgive, I will be your strength. I will uplift you. I will heal you little by little. And you only need to open your heart to receive that healing. Forgiveness is a journey, and each step you take will bring you closer to the peace you deserve. You may find it difficult at first, but once you experience the freedom forgiveness brings, you will understand that this is the path I have prepared for you long ago. So, lay down your anger, beloved, and walk the path of healing. Do not let anger keep you bound in old wounds. Do not let it hold you back anymore. I am the one who can heal all, and I am always ready to do that for you. But you must choose. You must decide that you will forgive, that you will let go of the burdens you have carried for too long. Only when you do this will you feel that burden lifted from your shoulders, and my peace will flood your soul, and in that moment you will see that my love has filled all the spaces that unforgiveness left behind. Remember, healing begins in your heart, and I am always with you, guiding you through each step of this journey. Beloved, there is something important that I need to share with you now. A deep reminder about the gifts I have given you. Gifts not for you to keep for yourself, but to serve my kingdom. I know you understand that I have given you special talents and abilities, priceless gifts, so that you can accomplish the great things I have destined for you. Do you remember the moment when you felt deep within that you were created for a great purpose, a mission to bring my light to this world? Yes, beloved, I have placed within you a purpose, a great purpose, a mission that will bring honor to my name and bring change to this world. But, beloved, I must also say that not all you have done with those gifts reflects the value I have given you. And this is something I cannot remain silent about. You have wasted those gifts. You have let them become wasted. You have let the precious gifts I gave you gather dust, forgotten in a hidden corner of your heart. I do not say this to make you sad, but I need you to understand that when you turn away from those gifts, you are overlooking the great opportunities I had prepared for you before you were even born. You have chosen the easy path, the path of temporary satisfaction, the fleeting things that the world offers you. But, beloved, when you choose those things, you turn away from the calling I have set for you. Do you know, beloved, that when you refuse to use the gifts I have given you, you are not only refusing me, but also refusing the very blessings I want to pour over your life? You have turned away from the great things I want you to accomplish, and instead, you have chosen to chase after the fleeting dreams and joys of the world. I know you have also felt the call in your heart. You know that you can do something great for my kingdom. But instead of walking that path, you have chosen the easier way, the things that do not hold eternal value. Beloved child, the gifts I have bestowed upon you are not meant for you to keep to yourself or to use for your own personal gain. These gifts are blessings to serve me, to testify of my love and greatness before the world. When you neglect this mission, when you do not use the talents and abilities I have given you, you are overlooking the opportunity to bring about change, to light up the dark places, and to bring hope to the lost souls. You have missed the chance to honor me, to be the light in this world, and this is not only a loss for me, but also a great loss for you. Beloved, when you do not live with the purpose I have set for you, when you live only for fleeting pleasures, you will never find true joy, the joy that comes from knowing you are fulfilling what I have called you to do. You will feel empty. You will feel a void that nothing in this world can fill. The things the world offers will only bring you temporary satisfaction, but they will never be enough for you to find true meaning in life. I know that you may feel your gifts are small, or that you may not feel strong enough to carry out what I desire. But I want you to understand an important truth. No gift is small in my eyes. Nothing is useless when you place it in my hands to serve my kingdom. Every ability, every talent I have given you has a specific purpose, and no matter how you feel, these gifts can bring about great change if you choose to walk the path I have laid before you. Beloved, look back on your life. Look back at the moments when you ignored my calling and chose paths that have no eternal value. Let me lead you back to the path you have lost. I do not condemn you, but I want you to realize that in your hands are precious gifts I have given, and you can do many wonderful things when you choose to live with the purpose I have for you. I do not want you to forsake these gifts, my beloved, because when you refuse them, you are rejecting a part of yourself, a part that was created to serve me and to bring glory to my name. You were not born to live passively, to waste your precious time on trivial, fleeting concerns, things that only distract you from the great path I have planned for you. Every moment of your life is a priceless gift, an opportunity for you to move closer to the purpose I prepared for you even before you were born. You are not ordinary. You are a part of my marvelous plan, created with a profound purpose, a purpose not only for yourself, but for this entire world. I have given you precious gifts, remarkable abilities and talents that you can use to build my kingdom, to touch the lives of those around you, to bring my light into dark places. Do you remember those times when you felt deep within your heart that you were called to do something greater than yourself? Do you remember those moments when you felt, right in your heart, a burning fire, a strong desire to live according to the mission I have set for you? Every gift I give you, every ability you have, is not for you to keep to yourself, but to use for my glory and for the good of this world. However, my child, I grieve to see that you have allowed fear and doubt to dominate your heart. You have let feelings of insecurity and indifference stop you from using the gifts I have given you. You have convinced yourself that you are not worthy, that you are not strong enough or capable enough to accomplish the great things I have destined for you. These anxieties, these negative self-questions, are what make you falter and miss the golden opportunities I have prepared for you. But my child, I want you to know that all those thoughts, those feelings, are lies. Yes, they are lies, and these lies come from the enemy who constantly seeks to lead you astray and prevent you from fulfilling the sacred mission I have entrusted to you. I know that sometimes these words are very powerful, and when they take over your mind, they make you feel weak, inadequate, and at times, you may even believe that you are worthless. But you must understand that these are lies, dark lies from the one who seeks to make you feel afraid and alone. You are not the lies you have heard. You are not the critical voices inside your head. You are a marvelous creation of mine, made with wisdom, strength, and infinite love. I have equipped you with everything you need to fulfill the mission I have set before you. The abilities you have, no matter how big or small, are precious gifts, and each of these gifts can bring about great change if you use them wisely. Remember, my child, that doubt and fear are not feelings that come from me. I never want you to feel weak or unworthy. Those feelings come only from the forces of darkness, the ones who seek to stop you from doing the work you were born to do. They want you to give up. They want you to stop before you even begin, because they know that if you follow the path I have set for you, if you use the gifts I have given you, you will change this world. You will bring light to the darkness, and the forces of darkness will not be able to resist my brilliance within you. I understand that at times the challenges may seem too great, and you may wonder if you have the strength to overcome them. You might think that the purpose I have set for you is too difficult, that you are not capable of achieving it. But I tell you right now, you were born to overcome all challenges. You have been equipped to face every trial. The challenges you encounter are not signs that you are incapable. They are opportunities for you to grow, to develop, and to prove my strength in your life. My beloved, when you begin to believe in yourself, when you start to reject the lies of the enemy and trust in the gifts I have given you, you will see that there are no limits to what you can do. I never give you a task that I do not believe you can accomplish. And I will never abandon you. I will never leave you to fight alone. When you walk in faith and courage, I will always walk with you, supporting each step you take, teaching you precious lessons, and helping you overcome challenges. You will see that when you begin to use the gifts I have given you, your life will change in ways you could never have imagined. You will feel peace in your soul. You will feel satisfaction knowing that you are living in alignment with the high purpose I have destined for you. These gifts will not only transform your life, but also the lives of those around you. You will become a light to the world, a bearer of hope and love to those who are in darkness. I do not want you to feel that you must be a perfect version of yourself or without any flaws. I do not require you to live a life without blemish, to never face failure, or to avoid challenges in this world. You are not a perfect creation in the eyes of the world, but in my eyes you are a priceless gift, endowed with special talents and extraordinary abilities that only you can offer to this world. What I desire from you is not absolute perfection, but the willingness to offer what you have to me, using all the gifts and talents I have placed within you to bring glory to my name. You do not need to be perfect, but you must be faithful and determined to walk in faith. My beloved, you do not need to have all the answers. You do not need to know everything before you begin. I simply want you to trust that what I have equipped you with, the gifts I have given you, are strong enough to accomplish the work I have set for you. As you step out in faith, as you trust in my guidance and begin to act even amidst fear and doubt, you will realize that I am always with you, supporting you every step of the way. Faith is not the absence of worry or moments of hesitation, but rather the courage to take the next step, even when the path ahead is unclear. It is in walking through uncertainty, when you place all your trust in me, that you will find yourself wonderfully equipped and upheld. The world needs you, my child. It needs the very gifts you have been given. This world is in darkness, yearning for people like you, those who can ignite the flame of love, light, and hope. The talents you possess, the passions in your heart, all can become miraculous tools to bring change to this world. But if you continue to neglect the calling within you, if you refuse to step out and use what I have given you, you will not only harm yourself, but miss out on the invaluable blessings I have prepared for you. Every step you take in alignment with the purpose I have set for you is a step closer to the blessings I have for you, an opportunity to experience the peace and joy that can only be found when you live true to your purpose. Do you know, my beloved, that every gift you have is of immeasurable value? When you choose to use them, whether to help a friend or to bring hope to the hopeless, when you dare to step out and share your light with the world, you will find that you too are illuminated. You will realize that every time you act in faith, every time you step out with what you have, I will walk with you. I will open new doors, bringing opportunities that you never imagined before. The gifts you possess are not by chance. They are not for you to keep for yourself. They are tools for you to work for me, to join in the great work of my kingdom. Do not let fear hold you back. Do not let doubt cause you to miss this opportunity. You do not need everything to begin. You only need faith. Trust that I have equipped you with everything you need to carry out this work. And if you feel inadequate, remember that it is in those moments of weakness that I will become your strength. When you feel like you are not enough, I will give you the strength to rise and continue moving forward. My beloved child, I understand that deep within your heart, you may feel unworthy. Feelings of inadequacy, anxiety about lack, and past mistakes may make you feel like you cannot fulfill all that I expect of you. You may think that you are not ready, that the weaknesses and wounds from the past will always hold you back. But listen to me, my dear, for I am the creator of you, the one who knew you before you were even formed, the one who understands every corner of your soul, every ability I have placed within you. I know you. I know the talents, gifts, and strengths you have yet to fully realize. You are not a mere coincidence. You are a part of a great plan that I have set in motion long ago. You cannot continue running away from the purpose I have created you for. You cannot keep avoiding the responsibility I have entrusted to you. The excuses you make are merely shadows that obscure you from the true light you are meant to step into. Let me tell you this again. It is time for you to rise up and step forward, for you were made to become the person I have destined you to be. Do not let fear, anxiety, or the limiting words you constantly repeat in your mind take over your thoughts. I know you are struggling with yourself, and I understand that you have fallen before, that you have felt like you could not do it. But remember, these feelings are not the final truth. You are not what you feel in your weakest moments. You are not the fear and doubt you nurture in your heart. You are a beloved child of mine, given power and a grand purpose. I see the potential in you, and you cannot miss this opportunity anymore. Stand up and step out of the darkness of your own making, for the days you live in hesitation and self-justification are slipping away, and the days that remain are growing fewer. I am not saying this to pressure or burden you, but you need to understand, my child, that time does not stand still. Every passing moment is an opportunity you may miss if you do not act. The blessings I have prepared for you, the graces and gifts I have given you, all have a divine purpose. You are not to waste what I have entrusted to you, not to let those gifts become meaningless because of hesitation or fear. Every day you do not live in alignment with your purpose, you not only lose opportunities to glorify me, but you also lose the peace and joy I have set aside for you. I speak to you with urgency, my child, because you need to understand that this life is not an endless trial, but a precious opportunity to do great things. Do not think there is infinite time to go back and do what you have missed. These days will not last forever. You do not know when the moment will come that I call you home, and you can no longer live in waiting. Procrastination, the reasons you give for not stepping out, not moving forward, not only delay your progress, but also cause you to miss out on the tremendous blessings I have planned for you. Remember, I do not ask you to be perfect. I only ask that you be faithful to my call. Walk with what you have, and trust in my provision. You may feel like you are not enough, but I tell you that I have equipped you with everything you need. The gifts you possess are not random. They are gifts from me, given to you to fulfill the work of my kingdom. You cannot continue to evade your responsibility. You cannot stand by watching time slip away without daring to walk in your purpose. You are an integral part of my great plan. And if you do not rise, if you do not begin to act, you will miss the opportunity to live a truly meaningful life. My beloved child, do you know, when you decide to step out and follow my calling, you will no longer feel empty. The gifts you possess will become powerful tools to serve those around you, to change their lives and your own. When you walk the path I have set before you, you will experience a deep joy and peace that can only be found when you live according to your true purpose. I do not want you to live a life full of regret, looking back and realizing that you missed so many opportunities, so many blessings, simply because of fear, because of the negative thoughts you have nurtured within. You deserve a life of fullness, a life filled with joy, satisfaction, and meaning. Therefore, listen to me, my child, and understand that your time on this earth is limited. Step out of the shadows of hesitation, of doubt and insecurity, and live fully with the gifts I have given you. Do not delay any longer. Do not convince yourself that you are not capable enough, for I know you have everything you need to accomplish the work I have entrusted to you. When you act in faith, I will always be with you, and I will guide you through every trial, every difficulty, toward a future full of hope and achievement. You may feel unworthy, but I assure you, I have created you with a great purpose, and you are the one who will bring change to this world. My precious child, I want you to understand that I am not angry with you. Anger is not the emotion I feel toward you, but in my heart there is a deep disappointment, not because you have not done enough, but because I know you are capable of so much more than what you are doing. I know the immense potential I placed in you from the moment you were in your mother's womb. You were born with special gifts, powerful abilities, and virtues to serve me and light up the lives of those around you. But you, my child, have gradually forgotten yourself. You have allowed fear, worry, and the patterns of the past to hinder your progress. You have abandoned your dreams, abandoned what I called you to do. I cannot let you remain like this. I cannot stand by and watch you miss the great opportunities I have set before you. I love you too much to allow you to stop, to allow you to remain in the darkness you have created for yourself. Do you understand, my child, that my silence is not acceptance? My waiting is not contentment with the path you are on. I do not want you to live in perpetual delay. I do not want you to be imprisoned by your own negative thoughts and past mistakes. You must not let memories and fears pull you back. You must not allow them to define who you are and where they will take you. You can do more. I love you too much to allow you to remain in mediocrity. I know you can rise. You can shine in this world with what I have given you, and I cannot let you continue to drift in this oblivion. So now I ask you, are you truly listening? Do you understand that every word I speak to you today is an invitation, a strong call from my heart to awaken and step out of the darkness? I do not want you to live forever in the shadow of yourself. I do not want you to keep avoiding without facing the challenges I have prepared for you. Do you truly hear my call? Or do you just pass it by, letting my words become distant sounds that cannot reach your soul? Do you understand that in this moment, I am calling you to rise, to forgive yourself, and step into the fullness of life I have prepared for you? You can no longer hide from your responsibilities. I do not ask you to be perfect, but I ask you to do what you can with all your heart and strength. It is time for you to forgive yourself. Forgive the mistakes of the past. Forgive the abandonments you have endured. Forgiveness is not allowing mistakes to exist, but it is freeing yourself from the burden of the past. Forgiveness is the key that opens a new door, the first step for you to enter a brighter future, a future that I have mapped out for you. Do not let the inner turmoil paralyze you. Do not let regret suffocate the remaining dreams within you. Forgiveness is not just an act. It is a release. It is cleansing the soul. It is the way for you to move forward without carrying the weight of sorrow. Can you hear this call, my child? Are you ready to rise up and renew everything, not because you feel you are worthy, but because I have given you gifts and abilities that you can use to serve my kingdom? I do not need perfect people. I only need hearts that are willing, souls brave enough to step out of their comfort zone and offer their lives for greater purposes. Every step you take in my service will be a giant leap in your life, a mark you leave upon this world. The gifts I have given you are not in vain. They are tools for you to change the lives of those around you, for you to light up the dark corners of their lives. You do not just serve me. You serve those who need the light you carry within you. That is the true purpose you must seek. So, I ask you again, are you listening? Are you letting these words enter your soul? Are you ready to forgive yourself and walk into the path I have prepared for you? The path that leads to wholeness, fulfillment, and the prosperity you have always longed for? The decision, my child, is yours. I have opened the door for you, but do not forget that this door will not remain open forever. The opportunity you have today will not last forever. The greatest opportunities in life come and go swiftly, and if you do not seize this moment, you may regret forever letting it slip away. I do not want you to live in regret. Step through this door, walk into the light of service and devotion, and I assure you that I will walk with you, guiding you through every difficulty and challenge. You will never face life alone, for I am always here with you, helping you reach the destiny I have ordained for you. Now is the time. Decide, my child. Will you step through the door of change and service, or will you turn back and let the opportunity slip away? I have reminded you many times about the importance and urgency of forgiveness, yet you still carry bitterness, anger that you cannot let go. I see you struggle, bearing the pain of the past, unable to free yourself from the chains you have placed upon yourself. Why is that, my child? Why do you continue to hold on to the shards of resentment in your heart when you know that it hinders your spiritual growth, drawing you further from the peace and freedom I have prepared for you? Do you know, my child, that anger and resentment are not what you need to carry on this journey? They are just a heavy burden, slowing you down, preventing you from walking firmly on the path I have laid out for you. Every time you decide to hold on to bitterness, you are hurting yourself even more, locking yourself in a dark room with no windows, where there is no light, no hope. Do you realize that? You cannot continue to live in the shadow of hatred and anger forever. The wounds in your heart will never heal if you do not learn to forgive. Understand this, my child. My wrath is not a reaction born from hatred or contempt, as you might think. My wrath is born from the deep love I have for you. I do not want to see you, or those you love, remain immersed in hurt and resentment, because it not only causes you pain, but it also prevents you from drawing closer to me, from receiving the blessings I am preparing for you. When you refuse to forgive, you are not just hurting others, you are hurting yourself. You are placing yourself in a prison with no way out, a prison where only you have the power to open the door and step out. It is a prison that you have built with your own anger and unforgiveness. And each day you close yourself further within it. Each day you grow further away from the freedom that I desire for you to experience. My heart aches as I see you remain in this prison, when you could step out, free yourself from the chains of negative emotions. My beloved, I cannot bear to watch you imprison yourself like this. I cannot stand to see you let the wounds of the past define who you are, define your actions and your life. You cannot continue to harm yourself. Forgiveness is liberation, the key to the peace that I have prepared for you. When you forgive, not only do you allow yourself to heal, but you also open your heart to receive the unconditional love that I have for you. Forgiveness is not easy. You will wrestle with yourself, with complicated emotions, with reasons you think are justifiable for holding on to anger, but it is in forgiveness that you will find great strength. You will realize that letting go of your pain is the only way for you to find freedom, for you to become the person I created you to be. My beloved, do you know that countless times throughout the history of my people, I have had to show my anger toward them? But do not misunderstand. My anger is not born of hatred or a desire for punishment. It comes from the boundless love I have for them, from a love that never gives up, no matter how lost they may become. In every instance where I have expressed anger, it was not abandonment, but a call to love, inviting them to return to me, to find the salvation and peace I have prepared for them. Look at the people of Israel in the desert, who had witnessed my power but still continuously turned away from me. In the book of Exodus, when the Israelites left Egypt, they saw my miracles. The Red Sea parted, manna fell from the sky, water gushed from a rock, and many other wonders. Yet shortly after being saved, they grumbled and rebelled, demanding this and that, dissatisfied with my provision. They forgot to give thanks. They could not feel the love I had for them. And so, I became angry. But this anger did not come from hatred, but from a heart broken to see my children reject my love, reject the blessings I had prepared for them. I did not punish them to take revenge, but because I wanted them to realize their mistake so they could return to life, to the teachings I had given them. In the scriptures, there are times when I had to express my anger strongly because my people rejected my love, care, and guidance. In the book of Kings, when Israel turned their back on me and followed foreign gods, I expressed my fury through prophets like Elijah. Elijah stood before King Ahab and foretold the judgment that would come, when Israel forsook faith in me and followed false gods. The people of Israel were troubled by other gods, and my anger was a result of the deep love I have for them, a love that never gives up but cannot tolerate betrayal. My anger, as seen in the story of Israel in the desert and during the time of the kings, is not about vengeance, but a warning. It is my loving call, inviting them to return to life, to salvation, before it is too late. My wrath is not an unreasonable punishment, but a response of love to the stubbornness of my children. I could not allow them to continue down the wrong path without calling them to turn back. As in the book of Jeremiah, I reminded my people, saying, I have loved you with an everlasting love, therefore I have drawn you with loving kindness. Every warning, every expression of anger comes from that love, reminding them that the path they are on leads to destruction, and I cannot let them walk it without an opportunity to turn back. My child, my anger is not a senseless punishment, but a message of love. You may think that when I am angry it is a condemnation and abandonment, but in truth, it is an invitation to return. When the people of Israel betrayed me and followed foreign gods, I did not want to condemn them, but to bring them back, to restore life, love, and peace in me. Just as in the story of King Saul, when he did something I could not accept, I became angry. But this anger was not a rejection of Saul, but a call for him to turn back to obedience and trust in me. Saul refused my guidance, and so I sent Samuel to point out his wrongdoings. Though I did not forsake Saul, my anger reflected a profound love that could not overlook his wrongs without warning him. My anger also reflects the pain of a father seeing his children stray from the path. My anger is a reflection of that love, a warning for my children to recognize that they must return, that they must change. You might think that my anger is simply wrath, but in truth, it is a call of love, an invitation to repentance and salvation. As in the book of Jonah, when I sent Jonah to the city of Nineveh to call the people to repentance, I did not want them to face destruction. I loved them, and because of that, I called them to repent. Even though they were a foreign nation, I loved them as my own people, and I wanted them to return to life. And when they repented, I forgave them. So, my child, whenever I show my anger, do not see it as abandonment, but as a call to return, a message from my eternal love. You see, it is not punishment I seek, but a return, repentance, and restoration. And so, if you listen to this call, if you recognize the love behind every outburst of my anger, you will see that all warnings, all calls, are ultimately meant to bring you back, to give you life and peace and salvation that I have prepared for you. I love you, and I never want you to suffer destruction. Every word of my anger is an opportunity for you to return to me, so that you do not lose the eternal blessings I have for you. My beloved child, do you hear it? That door, the door I have opened before you, is still standing, wide open. But you must understand that time is not endless, and this opportunity will not last forever. That door will not remain open forever. I know, deep within your heart, there is pain, there are wounds that have not healed, there are knots you cannot untangle. But my child, do not let fear or hesitation stop you from stepping through this door. Do not let the past and old mistakes hold you back. That door is calling you into a new space, where I will be the healer and restorer of all your wounds, where you will be reborn, where you will find the peace you have always been seeking. I know the pain you carry in your heart. I know the inner turmoil you have endured, Your wounds may have left deep scars, shadows that make you feel you cannot go on, make you feel unworthy of salvation or peace. But I, the one who created you, do not see you through your mistakes or weaknesses. I see you through the love I have had for you since you were in your mother's womb. I see you through the boundless potential I have sown in you, through the dreams you have yet to see, through the abilities you have yet to fully explore. I do not want you to live in this suffering forever. I do not want you to continue carrying old wounds that you cannot heal on your own. Let me do my work in your heart, my child. Let me soothe your pain, heal your wounds, and cleanse your heart of all resentment, fear, and the burdens you have carried for so many years. I do not ask for you to be perfect. I only ask that you come close to me, so that I may do the healing work within you. I want you to realize that it is never too late to begin again. No matter how far you have gone down the wrong path, no matter how lost you may feel, I am always here with open arms, ready to pull you out of the darkness and guide you into the light of restoration. But my child, this door will not remain open forever. You may think you still have time, that you can continue to delay, but the truth is that time waits for no one. The door I am opening will not stand there indefinitely. You can turn away and miss this opportunity, but do you want to live with regret, in the feeling that you have lost the chance to be healed and restored? A chance that only comes once in a lifetime? Do you truly want to leave behind everything I have prepared for you, blessings, healing, and peace, just because you are afraid to step through that door? This door is not just a physical door. It is a symbol of change, of restoration, of beginning anew with my guidance. You will not enter a space filled with anxiety and fear. When you step through, you will enter a space full of healing and peace. The wounds in your heart will be healed by me. The fears in your soul will be wiped away by me. You will no longer have to fight alone in the darkness. I will walk with you, step by step, guiding you through the challenges, the difficulties, and the fears you must face. I know that stepping through this door may make you feel scared, uncertain about what lies ahead. But my child, trust in me. Trust that you will never walk alone. With every step you take, I will walk with you. Every worry, every fear that you carry, I will gently remove, little by little, so that you may feel peace in every step you take. You will no longer have to worry about falling, because I will lift you up. I will heal the places you have not been able to heal on your own. I know you may feel that you are not strong enough, not worthy of stepping into a new life. But my child, worthiness is not something you need to worry about. I have made you worthy, not because of what you do, but because of the unconditional love I have for you. You are my child, and in me you have everything you need to live a full and complete life. Let me lead you on the path of healing, restoration, and renewal. Do not fear the future, for I am the one who guides and protects you. Let all worries, all fears vanish in my embrace. The time has come for you to decide. This door is still open, and it is waiting for you to step through. But I want you to understand that nothing lasts forever. Time does not wait for anyone, and this opportunity will not last indefinitely. Will you step into the restoration I have prepared for you, or will you turn away and let this chance slip by? The decision is in your hands, my beloved. My beloved, in the moments when you feel like you cannot go on, when pain and disappointment seem to overwhelm you, I understand that these are the times when the enemy seeks to infiltrate your soul. Temptations, negative thoughts, feelings of resentment and anger will fill your heart, making it difficult for you to let go, pulling you into a spiral of hurt and suffering. You may feel like you cannot continue, like you cannot overcome these challenges, but my child, I want you to remember that in times like these, you are never alone. I am always here, right beside you, and I will be the strength that carries you through it all. The enemy will always seek to strike at your weaknesses, the pain you carry in your heart, the wounds that have yet to heal, are the opportunities the enemy uses to sow doubt and fear. It will tell you that forgiveness is impossible, that your wounds are too deep to heal, that you will never be able to forgive those who have hurt you. But my beloved, I remind you that this is not the truth. Forgiveness, no matter how difficult it may seem, is the key that will set you free from the prison of pain. Forgiveness is not something you do for others. It is something you do for yourself, so that you can free your soul from the burdens you have carried for too long. Remember, no matter how the enemy tries to bring you down, no matter how temptations may weaken your resolve, I will never allow you to fail. Stand firm in your faith, stand firm in my word, for only my word is the true source of strength. My word is the light that guides you in the darkness, the powerful weapon to defeat all evil forces. When you feel exhausted, when you don't know what to do, turn to my word in the Bible. Each page, each verse is an endless source of strength, a comfort I have given you. Do not let worries and trials make you forget the promises I have made to you. Remember that I am always with you, and only when you turn to me will you find true peace. Pray every day, my beloved. This is the key to maintaining your close relationship with me. When you pray, you are not only speaking to me, but you are also opening your heart to receive the healing, peace, and love I wish to give you. Prayer is not a duty or obligation. It is an opportunity for you to entrust all your anxieties, burdens, and fears into my hands. When you pray, you are inviting me into your life so I can heal, restore, and transform you from the inside out. Do not let busyness or difficulties make you forget the importance of prayer. It is your source of energy, your spiritual strength, that helps you stand firm in the face of life's storms. In addition to prayer, one thing I want you to do every day is to express gratitude. Be grateful for those who have made you suffer, for those who have caused you hardship and challenges in life. You may not understand why they treated you this way, but I want you to know that through every trial, you are growing, learning valuable lessons about forgiveness, patience, and unconditional love. Gratitude does not mean agreeing with their actions, but it is the way for you not to let resentment take over your heart. Forgiveness is a big step on your journey, and gratitude is the first step in opening your heart so that you can forgive and draw closer to me. You may think that this is too difficult, that forgiveness is beyond your strength, but I tell you nothing is impossible. I have given you strength. I have planted in you a resilient heart and the ability to love unconditionally. Believe that you can overcome all things, for I will never leave you alone in this battle. When you face pain and anger, close your eyes and remember me. Remember the infinite love I have for you. It is this love that will be the strength that helps you stand firm, forgive, and walk the path of healing. You will never face pain alone. I am here, always beside you, and I will never leave you. The more you feel weak and hopeless, the closer I am to you, ready to soothe your wounds, ready to lift you up through every storm. Because I love you, my beloved, and I want you not just to live, but to live fully, to live in the peace and joy I have prepared for you since you were born. Therefore, stand firm in faith, my child. Believe that the healing and restoration you seek will come if you are patient and trust in my words. Never let pain, hurt, or anger turn you away from me. I have opened a door for you, and all you need to do is step through to find the freedom and peace you rightfully deserve. Now, come to me in prayer with these words. Lord, I come before you with a humble heart and ask for forgiveness for myself. I acknowledge that in moments of weakness, I have not heeded your call. I have allowed doubt and stubbornness to overtake my heart and rejected your loving guidance. I ask you to open my heart that I may hear your voice clearly, obey you with all my heart, and let your boundless love fill me, lighting up every corner of my soul. Lord, I believe that your love for me is unconditional and never changes. It is because of this great love that you invite me to release all resentment and forgive. Please give me the strength to loosen my heart so that I am no longer imprisoned by the pain of the past. And let your forgiveness dwell within me, bringing healing and peace. Lord, I admit that there have been times when bitterness and hurt have claimed my soul. I know that I cannot move forward in your light while still carrying anger and resentment. Please help me untangle the cords of tension in my heart so that I may forgive those who have hurt me. Free me from the burden of bitterness and grant me the ability to walk in freedom, peace, and your love. Lord, I ask for your forgiveness for rejecting your call to forgive in the pain of my past. I know that forgiveness is not easy, but I believe that only when I forgive those who have hurt me can I receive peace and healing from you. Please grant me the strength and courage to release bitterness and painful memories so that I may live in the freedom and glory you have for me. Lord, I long to recognize the importance and meaning of forgiveness. I no longer want to be trapped in the darkness of resentment and hatred. Help me step out of that darkness and into the light that is filled with your love and forgiveness. I want my life to reflect the love, kindness, and forgiveness that you have given me. Lord, I ask for your help to let go of anger and release the burdens of unforgiveness. I long to enter a life full of the blessings and peace that you have for me. Please guide me along the path of forgiveness so that I may find healing, peace in my soul, and true freedom in you. Lord, I recognize that there is no true peace if I do not know how to forgive. Please grant me the ability to forgive, not because others deserve it, but because I deserve the freedom and healing that only you can give. I ask you to help me release the burden of resentment so that I may live in the peace and freedom you have prepared for me. Lord, I earnestly ask for your forgiveness for not using the gifts you have so generously given me. Please help me to gain a deeper awareness of the great purpose you have destined for my life so that I may use these gifts for your glory and to build your kingdom on this earth. Lord, I thank you for the abundant gifts you have bestowed upon me. Please guide me in using them wisely and worthily, that I may never let these blessings go to waste. I desire that everything I do reflects your glory and love. Lord, I pray for your help in overcoming the fear and doubt within me, so that I may walk in strong faith, using the gifts you have given me. Please grant me courage and direction, so that I may live according to the plan you have for my life, and fulfill the noble purposes you have set before me. Lord, please help me to stop convincing myself that I am unworthy. I know you have created me for a great purpose, and out of your love, you desire me to live according to that purpose. Please grant me the courage and strength to fulfill the mission you have entrusted to me, that every action I take may honor your name and expand your kingdom. Lord, I pray that you grant me the strength to cease procrastinating. Please deliver me from fear and doubt, so that I may step into the greatness you have prepared for me. Help me not to waste time, but to fully carry out the wonderful plans you have laid out for my life. Lord, I pray that you help me understand the gifts and purpose you have entrusted to me within your kingdom. I no longer want to live a meaningless life, but desire to live fully in your calling. Please grant me wisdom and strong faith, that I may walk confidently on the path you have prepared for me. Lord, I know that in my own eyes I may feel incomplete, but please help me to realize that you have created me with valuable gifts. I want to live worthy of what you have given me and fulfill the mission you have entrusted to me, that I may glorify your name through my actions. Lord, I forgive those who have hurt me, and I pray that you grant me peace and freedom in you. Please help me not only to forgive, but also to learn to love as you have loved me, so that I may walk in obedience and fulfill the purpose you have for my life. Lord, I pray that you protect me from all temptations and the deceitfulness of the enemy. Grant me the vigilance and strength to recognize the schemes of the wicked and keep them from shaking my heart. Lead me in your light so that I may remain steadfast in faith, not led astray by lies or temptation. I trust that with your protection, I will always be kept safe and at peace. I thank you for your boundless love and the care you always provide for me. Thank you for walking beside me and guarding me every step of the way. I know that nothing is random. Everything in my life is guided by your grace and direction. Please continue to bless me, lead me, and fill my heart with your peace, love, and light. I thank you, and I pray to live worthy of the blessings you have given me. I offer this prayer and thanksgiving in the holy name of Jesus Christ. Amen. If you love the Lord, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications to not miss the meaningful and life-giving messages from the Lord. Together, we will grow in faith and live a life full of His love. Amen.